Welcome to this video. We're going to take a walk from Elterwater into the Great Langdale Valley through Chapel Stile and back to Elterwater. We're going to start from the car park at Elterwater. We're going to come out of the car park and go across the Elterwater Bridge that crosses the Great Langdale Beck. We're going to follow the road round to the left. And very soon we'll come to a small junction in the road. Here we take a right. Follow the road up through Sawrey's Wood, and then there's another junction. A pathway goes up to the left, but we're going to follow the small road to the right. This road winds up. This is Baysbrown Wood. It's quite steep in places, but eventually this opens out onto the side of the fell. With Lingmoor Fell high above us on the left-hand side, we have these gorgeous views across the bottom of the valley, across the fields to the hills on the far side. This is the Great Langdale Valley. So we follow the path towards the farm. As we make our way through the farm, the signposts dictate where the footpath goes. Eventually, we come out through the other side of the farm, slightly to the left, up into Hag Wood. Hag Wood itself is a lovely, clearly paved pathway. One of the things I always enjoy, if you watch some of my other videos, you'll know, are just the myriad of little streams, the sound of the crystal clear water burbling over the rocks. We continue our journey through Hag Wood and eventually come out onto the open fell side again, with more views across the valley, and Oak Howe comes into view. Oak Howe is the point at which we double back across the other side of the lower part of the valley and head back towards Chapel Stile. As the path drops down towards the valley floor, Oak Howe comes into view, an old stone barn and a small cottage next to it. What a glorious place to live or to spend a holiday. As the path heads towards Oak Howe, there's a pathway off to the left which takes you deeper into the Langdale Valley. But we're going to go past the house and start to turn right back towards Chapel Stile. Before we do that, let's just take a look behind us and towards the head of the valley, because the views are spectacular all around. Behind us are the Langdale Pikes. The tallest peak we see there is Harrison Stickle. Off to the right, it's Pavey Ark, the slab of rock, the cliff that drops down into Stickle Tarn. Now we're looking back across the fells, heading back towards Chapel Stile. The path from here carries flat along the bottom of the valley, and in the end, we pass the Baysbrown campsite. If you do walk past the campsite at any time, you're almost bound to hear little family noises from across the bottom of the valley. This path eventually takes a sharp left across a very old slate bridge and then bends back round to the right, heading towards Chapel Stile. As we come away from the bridge, we make sure we keep right. That path in the end takes us towards this small path, which sits on the opposite side of the road from the main village of Chapel Stile. As we continue on that path, we find the path comes between a number of buildings and then towards the back of the school in Chapel Stile. And eventually it comes out on the main road that runs through Chapel Stile, just ahead of Wainwrights Inn. Just after the car park, we take a right turn back onto a footpath across a bridge that goes over the Great Langdale Beck. Here again, we can see the crystal clear waters running over the rocks. The beck at this stage is nice and calm, but it won't be long before it's crashing over rocks on its way first to Elterwater and then Skelworth Force. The path we take ascends to the road that comes down from the quarry that sits on the side of Lingmoor Fell, and then we take the quarry road down back towards Elterwater, towards Elterwater Bridge, and again to the car park at Elterwater. So we end and start at exactly the same place. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.